In 2026, there are two consoles that need to be in your possession, and they might both be from the 7th generation. Every single thing these days is expensive, especially technology. PlayStation 5 is expensive, Xbox Series X is expensive, everything is expensive. And it seems like every single time you check the internet, nothing is changing. The Xbox 360 is not only stacked to the brim with incredible games, at this current moment, it's also not that expensive compared to what I just maybe mentioned was expensive. And it's also something that's very easy to mod. With just a USB drive and a computer, we can make this thing really stand out. You can have the ability to play as many games as you want, if you can find a way to get a hold of them. Not even just Xbox 360, original Xbox as well. So tonight this video is going to be a goofy looking idiot standing right here talking about how a modded Xbox 360 in the year 2026 is still amazing. Buckle up, sit down, or I guess you can't do that before that. Sit down and then buckle up. Modding your Xbox 360 is very easy. It is very simple, and if I ever say something is very simple, then absolutely it is. I thought it was intimidating at first because when you see like a very long video on YouTube or something that's like half an hour, you assume it's hard. It's probably just like a very well in-depth video. Has really nothing to do with how hard it is. So you kind of get intimidated by that, but it's really not intimidating. You just need a USB drive and a computer. Always have to remember the computer part because a lot of the times you'll be like, you just need a USB drive, but you also do need a computer. And then it's like, what if I don't have a computer? The hell do I do then? Or wait, this is not going to be a full-blown tutorial because at this point it seems like especially for this, I've done 2 videos on this last year actually, and each time I did it, the basic things I was talking about just kind of went out of date. Not even a week later, maybe. This has been a very fast-moving process, I feel like. This bad update / a bad avatar. This has moved very quickly over the past year because at one point, not even like a year ago, or maybe sometime around a year ago, it was like this thing where you had to get the Rock Band Blitz trial. It took maybe even almost half an hour. It moved to this thing where it took a lot a lot more shorter time. It went from being almost half an hour, like 20 minutes, to half an hour sometimes, maybe, to maybe even like 2 minutes or something, I think. I forget. It was very, very short. It was not even close to the amount of time it took at first. And then we get to this next stage in the process, where all you need to do is just boot up the console. And that's it. This is how much this has changed for the better. Honestly, what it really just comes down to is downloading the necessary files you need and just moving them on your USB drive. That's all it takes to have a modded Xbox 360. And this is honestly one of my favorite consoles to own now. Jailbroken PS3 is amazing, but a modded 360 also is. Because we can have as many games as we want, or at least just the amount of storage we can hold. I guess that was wrong. However much storage your hard drive has, or even the USB drive, potentially, it's just that. If you have a very large hard drive, you can have a lot of games on this. I'm not able to actually like mention like where to go to get all these games and everything if you just get them in ISO form or something, because for one, if I did mention anything related to how to do that on this website, I would probably get thrown into a local river in northern Switzerland if I did that, because that is absolutely not allowed on this platform. The internet sucks sometimes, but sometimes it is good. And you can find out information about this if you really look into it, and that is the truth. I'm just going to assume that everybody who is watching this right now has the actual physical game in front of your face. So this is just what I'm assuming. How amazing that could be, because if you didn't have the opportunity at one point to play some of these 360 games or original Xbox games when you were younger, because maybe your mom didn't take you to Walmart that one night. She was too pissed off. She refused to leave her room. And if she did, she would kick your ass. But if you didn't get the chance to play some of these games when you were younger, you can get a hold of some of them and have fun. But let's say you do have a disc, right? You have all of your games on your table or something. You have them on a shelf. They're sitting in the bottom cabinet, just never touched anymore. I had a damn Nintendo 64 game at one point, like up until I was in my 20s. I think it was Hot Wheels, just sitting in my bottom drawer. I don't know where the hell that came from. How did that even last that long? But every other game was gone. Out of all games, how did that one remain the last? This is very important because at this point in time, especially just for some paranoid ass person like myself, whenever I use a console from this generation, or even like before that, PlayStation 2 or something, I'm always like worried it's going to break because like that would suck. The only way to get them now, you can't just walk into a Best Buy and buy a 360 anymore, can you? I don't know. We have to keep these working, okay? We have to make them work forever. We have to make all of our discs last and not break. So the sooner we do this, the sooner or just the better, because once we do install these games on our hard drive or something, we don't have to worry about it anymore. We don't have to worry about the disc slingshotting out of the disc tray. We fall on it, bounce your head off the table like a soccer ball hitting a milk truck or something. We just don't have to worry about that. Once we do install this on the hard drive, it's just there, it's good to go, and all we need to do is load it up, and that's how we play it. The disc can go back to the shelf. It can go back to wherever the hell it was before, and we don't have to use it again. And we don't have to worry about our disc tray breaking anytime soon or anything because you're using it so damn much. Once you actually put it on the system, you don't have to worry about opening the damn thing ever again. The PS3 is one thing, but I am scared to death that the 360 disc tray that I currently have on my 360 Slim is basically on its last limbs, and it scares the hell out of me. So it's probably not true. That is something that would not shock me if it just broke anytime. So if I'm able to do this, I don't have to ever open the damn thing up again. Maybe. Depends on what it is. One thing that's been more common lately as well is emulation. Now, emulation is incredible and everything, but sometimes some emulators don't work as good as some other ones. RPCS3 is amazing. That is the PlayStation 3 emulator. That one I would consider to be incredible at this point. Sneezing like a buffalo over here. Xenia, on the other hand, is not even close to as good as RPCS3. At least just from my experience. It's not a bad emulator in my opinion. It's just not as good as RPCS3. There are many games you still can't play on this, so even good ones too, like really good games. So you might be disappointed if you try to play that one day. Plus you need like an incredible PC. You need a very good PC, and you need to be able to pray that the game works so you can actually play it. You know, sometimes there are games that you might only be still able to play on 360. I think there's still some out there. Now, when that gets better, I'm not sure when that's going to be, if it's ever going to happen, but just at this point in time, we might only have one option to play some of these games. And this is why you need this. It's also really good too because it's not even just anything related to original Xbox. We can play like PlayStation 1. I haven't honestly dabbled in that as much as I would want to, but that is something that is possible to play. In my experience, when you sometimes play some of the really anything that's like really old, it's just hit or miss. If you can find a game that works, this is also somehow, thinking about it's actually incredible. I'd probably rather play on like something else. Like I'd rather just play on my PC or something, like download an SNES emulator and use that, or just get the actual console itself and then maybe use that or something if I was able to. But just playing that on the 360, for some reason I feel weird when I do that. That's probably just like a me problem. Honestly, this is one of the coolest things about having a modded 360 at this point. What the hell did I say? Jesus. At this point, there's a really cool application we can use called Aurora, and that's like a second dashboard basically. This is amazing. And you know what? I didn't learn this till like 2 days ago. I was in the process of making, it's like almost just something from the heavens. I was in the process of making everything related to this video, and then I saw like a a short. I block those now. But that one was actually good. I wish I could find out who the hell it was, because at this point in time, I probably can't. But there is a way to change your theme on Aurora, and they're nice. I don't know what else to say. It just gives you other options. There's like this, just like a spine or something like that, just a different look. Even this really cool one that's called Table. Some of them like function not the best though. They're kind of laggy. They're a little bit slow going from game to game, but some of them like very quick. I didn't realize this was a thing. I was oblivious to it. I was fine with using the default one, but once I found this out, I've just been going back and forth to which one I like the most. It's just this weird, satisfying thing to have all these games on your 360 and then just looking at them, flipping through all the games you have, looking at the box arts, and smiling like a creep at your monitor because you're just so damn excited. You don't know which game to play. It's like going to Walmart in the 2000s and you don't even know which game to pick out. You're just looking, you're trying to find which one to play, and it might take you like 10 minutes to even find out sometimes which one you want to play, and then you play, it's like, damn it, I should have played that other one. So a game I never played before in my life because, I don't know, I was playing Splinter Cell Double Agent like a month ago. If any person on planet Earth has no idea what they're doing in a Splinter Cell game, it is me. I saw some reviews on this one. It seemed like it was either people hated it or liked it. I played this for a little bit and I actually did kind of enjoy it very much. I feel like I was able to somehow succeed. In some of the earlier Splinter Cells, I'm telling you right now, man, I was struggling to even get through like the first mission in Chaos Theory. I don't know much about the story or anything like that, so I can't really, I don't have like a personal opinion on like the main protagonist. The Tom Clancy games, especially from like the 2000s, were all incredible just from the ones I played. Maybe some of them, maybe not. Every one I played seemed to be really, really good. Like Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. The first one was awesome. And that's how I feel still when I play these Tom Clancy games. Like, they never get old for some reason. Like, sometimes you'll play an amazing game from back in the day, and then you revisit it, and it's, like, boring. Not these games, though. One game I've never played before in my life either is a game called Stoked. I don't even know if I've ever heard about it at one point. I was just kind of, like, looking at snowboarding games for some reason just to see like which ones were considered good, and I saw somebody mention this game and I just played it for the first time, and honestly this is actually a really fun snowboarding game. SSX is amazing. I think most people probably would agree with that if you've played a lot of those games. You know why I like this is because people were saying if you like skate, this is the snowboarding game to play, and I guess that's kind of true. There may be a lot of reasons why 360 and PlayStation 3 are incredible and still incredible, but one specific reason is, I can't believe it, but I am still finding games that I either never played before or just haven't that much. I remember the lead up to the PS3 launch and everything, just like you'd see videos on YouTube or something just of like games coming out maybe. And one of the games I remember seeing the most, or just one of the games I remember seeing the most, was The Darkness. I think I actually played the demo. There was a demo for this, maybe, or something, if I'm remembering correctly, or if I played it, like, the full version, it was not much. After playing this for a little bit, I haven't finished it or anything, but after playing this for a little bit, man, this is a good game. Like, really good. Sometimes, man, I have had that. I'm sure everyone else does too. You go into it, you think it's going to be amazing, you're all excited, and it lets you down. This was not that at all. I didn't really go into this excited or anything. This game's from like 07 or something. Maybe it's old. 08? It's very old. So I didn't know what to expect. I just went into it, I played it, and then after playing it for a little bit, it's just like, oh my god. I found myself just not wanting to get off some games, and this game is just really one of those ones where I felt that way. It's just running around with this scary lizard thing. I don't know what it is. I don't really, sometimes you don't even know what the hell's going on in the story or anything like that. You're following along. You're trying to pay attention. You're trying to keep up with things, right? Like you're trying to focus on what's happening. But you still don't know, maybe. There's also a second one, I think. I remember seeing it, I think, at one point, and I'm not sure. Sometimes, like, second or third games in a series will either be, like, 10 times worse or 10 times better sometimes. So I don't know if that one's just as good or something. But I was surprised how good this was, to be honest with you. Like, it was weird. Sometimes I don't even know what to say, really, because this is like the part of the video where I'm basically just talking about games I played that I really liked, I guess.
Yeah, I'm doing good. So what's the news with Paulie? And how's the wife?
Yeah, so, Jackie. But it ain't the wife I'm worried about. It's Paulie. That little Doberman don't see anything but money.
As somebody who grew up playing ATV Off-Road Fury, this is a game I should have played earlier. I played this a little bit ago for the first time. It wasn't like much. I think I just played for like half an hour or something. I just kind of wanted to play it a bit more this time, and I really did. And just the more you play it, the more you understand how to play it, and the more you know what's going on, it becomes a lot more fun. You don't really see, do you see games like this much anymore? Maybe there are. Maybe on like Steam or something, there might be some games, but I feel like games like this, man, it's just the same damn thing every year, right? Like, where is the damn variety? And I feel like you get it when you play a game like this. I will never in my life get sick of the GTA 4. Well, actually, I'll never get sick of GTA 4 at all. I personally think it's the best one. The GTA 4 DLC is something that I will always appreciate as well. When the hell is Rockstar ever going to make a single-player DLC again? Will we ever see that? I just wish there was some way that Rockstar would do something like that again, instead of like entirely focusing on online, making it so there's flying bikes. What the hell are we doing? Can we go back to just making story DLC? It's honestly just been recently that I got into the Project Gotham Racing series. The fourth one is awesome. I just was reading online which one is the best, and it seemed like a lot of people were saying this one specifically, so I got it. And this is amazing. Playing some of these racing games from like 2000 to 2010 is a different type of feeling. I don't know if there's a bad one. I've been trying to find a bad racing game from like that decade. It's hard. Does full auto count? It must. That game was something I've never played before either. I wasn't even going to mention that, but I was just talking about racing games and I played that for the first time. That's also amazing. This period in time as well where they had these crazy ass racing games where you were driving around, you were doing like violent things. It's like it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, where the hell did that go? And then it doesn't make sense why it went away. But again, I don't know. The hell do I know? I feel like the Xbox 360 has games on it that really should only be played on the 360. BioShock is one of them. I played the remaster on PS4 at one point. I don't remember when that was. It wasn't even that long ago, actually. And I remember playing it and I was just like, damn, this game is awesome, for one. But I feel like some games just feel right when you play them from their original console they were on. Just the way BioShock looked on the 360, it fit the lore of the game, if that makes sense. It feels like I'm doing something. It's like playing the Master Chief Collection on PC. I only want to play Halo 3 on a 360 at this point. And that's the exact same way I feel about BioShock 1. There are absolutely consoles out there that need to last forever. The PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 are two of them. If someone from Microsoft and Sony try to tell me at one point that I can't play these anymore because they just make up in their mind, one day they wake up and they're like, you know what, the hell with the 360 and the PS3. I will fight off all of them. I always mention it, but it's just absolutely important at this point. If we can somehow at some point build like this large museum of video games, just video game consoles, whatever it is, video game worthy. There's 2 consoles that belong in like the damn lobby, like the first room you walk into, like the, or maybe like the back one, like the back room of the most important things. These 2 consoles are there. A modded Xbox 360 is necessary in 2026. Who knows, one day as well, there might be like another dinosaur extinction where everything gets wiped off the face of the earth. What happens to our games if that happens? What do we do? Just hopefully the 360 doesn't get wiped out in that damn meteor strike as well that will hit our basements. Although at this point, I'm almost praying for a meteor strike on my house. Have a nice night.